Okay, so I was inspired after I can't remember who it was. I think it was Superman, a super random guy 99 who asked me to do more Ultimate stuff for Ultimate cartoons. Uh, so he convinced me to get off my my lazy ass and do another Ultimate setting like I did with Ultimate Danny Phantom. And today I'm gonna do Ultimate Ben 10 and give that an Ultimate setting. Now, first off, because there are going to be some people who are going to be like, well, there's already a series called Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. No, for those who don't know, giving it an Ultimate setting is kind of like Marvel's Ultimate series, where it's a totally different universe but still have the same elements to it. Ultimate Alien is still in continuity. Ultimate Ben 10, as I'm going to put it, Ultimate Ben 10 is going to be in a totally new universe and a totally new continuity, so get that through your head. This has nothing to do... Ultimate Ben 10, as I'm about to explain, has nothing to do with Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. Now, hope I got that out of the way. Now getting into this, how I would make an Ultimate Ben 10 series. First off, I would start off with, he would get the Omnitrix at about maybe this age, when he's 16, make him older. I'd probably make Ben older, like his age right now, give him the Omnitrix. And furthermore, I would also have him like, he found the Omnitrix and the government... It's kind of like the same thing with Superman Earth 1, where you knew the government would just come down on if a ship crashed on the planet Earth. The government would be his first, Ben's first big opponent, not Vilgax. I'd make the government the big opponent for Ben first, because they would want the Omnitrix and wouldn't care if they had to kill him just to get it, because in their eyes it's just a punk kid with unimaginable power they can use. Typical government. I would also make the Plumbers a known government faction. I would make them a very well known, rather than like a secret order or like a secret group. I'd make them a large group, large, well-known government faction. Grandpa Max would probably be a high-ranking officer in the I'd make him like a high-ranking officer in the Plumbers. Someone who's seen some action. I'd also give him that bionic arm he had in the Ben 10,000 episodes. I think that's pretty cool. Moving on to Gwen. Now, Gwen, I'd make her a straight up. I would make her really play up the whole Anodite origins. I'd really play up her and make her in her age currently. I'd give her the whole Anodite origins. Make her more, still have some sorcery to it, but she's more based on energy. She uses her Anodite form more. And she would later discover those powers as well. Kevin, I would make a villain at the beginning. Well, actually, more like a friend. I'd kind of make him like Eddie Brock in Ultimate Spider-Man. I'd make him like Ultimate Venom. He starts out as a friend to Ben, and then turns into a villain, and I'd keep him as a villain. As much as I like him as a hero, if I'm gonna go down the Ultimate route, you gotta make some changes, so... that's what I'd do with Ultimate Kevin. I'd also have him... Now, this is what I would do with Ultimate Kevin. What I would do with Ultimate Kevin is that every time he absorbs something, he doesn't just turn into it. Like, if he absorbs an alien, he can, turn into that alien. He can turn into that alien at full form. And he can also use combinations, like, excuse me, if he touches the ground and becomes, like, part forearms, he can become, like, forearms made of sand, or a wild made of water, stuff like that. Kind of like combo moves. The other people, I think I want to run through this really quick, because this is all on the spot, so I'm sorry if I'm just running through this real quick. Now, on the spot with this is that, another thing I think I would do, getting back to Ben, is that with Ben, I think I'd make him more like an agent. Like, if he has to work for the government, like they make him a plumber, or a member of a high-ranking government official group. Right off the bat, is like, you got to work for us, or we'll make your life a living hell. Again, typical government. that's what I would do. Uh, Another thing I think I would play around with is make the Forever Knights a cult group. I know they're more like a secret society, but I make them more like a cultist group. Like they're more like based around the occult, and they worship like basically worship pagan gods and stuff. I'd make them kind of like the cult of Brother Blood's cult of blood. I'd make them like that. I'd also think I'd like to reform. I'd like to reformat Vilgax as to like. I think I make him, bigger. I think I make him a little bit bigger. Make him more sadistic, more creepier. I'd also play up more that there's other aliens out there and the government knows about them, rather than because the government. The government in this Ben 10 universe would be more cautious about aliens around them and actually have like weaponized satellites, agents all over the place. It's not, and the plumbers are basically. I'd also remake the plumbers to be like they're not hunting aliens; they're protecting aliens from the government. So it's kind of like a human faction war. Like they're trying. The plumbers, I'd make them like try to keep the peace between alien races on Earth and the government against aliens. So they're basically. Fighting war on two fronts in a way. I'd also have it where Gwen. Well, actually, taking back because I thought about more. I'd actually take away her Anodite form. Eventually, later on down the road, what I'd do with it, taking away her Anodite powers. Probably Kevin steals them, and then she learns more into spell casting and becomes kind of like Sorceress Supreme or something, kind of like a magician, more. She'd be more magic-based. Going on to the other villains in Ben's Rogues Gallery, because I know there's a lot, and I'm probably going to miss a few. I'd make Zombozo really creepy. I mean, if I could, Ultimate Zombozo, I'd really play up the creepiness to him and the fact that he's kind of like a psychic vampire. I'd also make him like a real vampire feeding off people. And he gets his psychic powers the more people he feeds off of, more blood he feeds off of. I think I'd make the circus freaks kind of like they're vampires as well. But yeah, I would to answer if you guys are still wondering. Yeah, I'd still keep Kevin a villain in this series. I know I've been having some falling outs with Ben 10, Ultimate Alien here and there, but I usually just play with a lot of the characters and make them a little more different, a little more darker, a bit more darker. Like the only friends they really have is Ben and Gwen. That's about it, and a couple of aliens they would meet along the way. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I don't know, I really didn't know, because I really didn't plan on this, because I just thought, this is just all, it's not like the Ben 10, I mean not the Ben 10, the Ultimate Danny Phantom stuff where I had this all planned out in my head. This was all on the spot, so forgive me if I'm, stuttering a lot and just this is just all out of my ass. I'll probably have better, it'll be probably less improv on the next Ultimate cartoon if I ever get around to it. So, yeah, that's my idea for Ultimate Ben 10. I think I would make this all... Super Random Guy did say that he'd find it interesting if all the Ultimate cartoons were in one big setting. So maybe I could make this part of the Ultimate Cartoon universe. So, until I decide to do another Ultimate cartoon... decide to make more Ultimate cartoon ideas. See you around.